Okay, anyway, I'm back. Right here. As you saw in the previous video, I showed you the Master Lock Universal Pin series. And I'm going to go ahead and show you how I set these. Now, it's recommended that you only use a particular key. I prefer an original or one that I cut myself that's cut, you know, good. You want to take the lock. As you can see, the cylinders popped up on it. The tool that we're going to use, it's a Master Lock One Key System. That's the name of their system they've created here, which is kind of cool. The end of this is, you'll see it's shaped kind of funny. But that lines up with the, let's see if I can show you here, with the end of the lock. It allows you to have a key in the cylinder, which is crucial for setting this lock. And the way these locks work is inside there's one pin. Well, actually total of 5, but it's a solid pin in the springs, and they're serrated much like the edge of a hacksaw blade is. And when you put this key in, it puts them in a position. This tool sits on top here, lined up of course, and you're going to want a hammer which is comfortable for you to use, one that you know, it's got some good weight on the end, it's easy to swing, but it's heavy enough that it's going to carry some momentum through, because it's the better you strike this, the better your chances are of getting it in one shot. And that's critical. Well, not really, but it helps to have a smoother working lock afterwards. So what you want is a bench vise. You want to reinsert the key several times in the lock and loosen up the cylinder. If the lock's loose in a vise like this, you're going to want to go ahead and tighten it, but you don't want to clamp it down on the lock. You want room that the lock still kind of moves, but it's being held in place. Make sure your key's inserted. You're going to put the tool down on it, just like so. And some people have showed me that sliding the rubber grip that's on here down upon the key a little bit helps to hold the key in place should it decide to jump out. But you want to look at it and make sure that you have it lined up pretty well, even. And then all you need to do is take your hammer right here and give it a good whack like that. You'll see the tool drop down in the hole here, and just give it another tap. Now, the next step is take the key and make sure you're able to withdraw it from the lock. Being we are, that means most likely we successfully sheared these internal pins. The next test is to open it. And you might notice when you do these, the key will stick, like it doesn't want to turn to the left side. But what you're going to want to do before you lubricate it or put it into service or anything like that, what you're going to want to do is you're just going to want to sit there, and if you hear that clicking, those are the burrs of the pins you just sheared in there. It's kind of a crude way of doing things, but you know, it works. It creates a fairly dependable locking system. You want to take that key and just rotate it back and forth, left to right. Pull it in and out a couple times. Sometimes it doesn't hurt to take the lock and tap it on a wooden workbench. It knocks out some of the burrs. Once you're sure that this is operating the way you want it to, you can insert the key and remove it without any major problems. Open the lock either direction, right or left. Get yourself some graphite powder and give it a squirt down in the cylinder. Now that's a little too much, which may cause your key to jam. And you insert the key and remove it a couple times. You'll feel the pins become smoother, and then go ahead and start rotating it back and forth like this. And there you go. Universal pin master lock keyed to my existing key.